It's been a little over 2 years since Boko Haram abducted 276 girls from their school in the town of Chibok in Borno State, Nigeria. The abduction led to a worldwide condemnation of the terrorist group and a call for the government of Nigeria to rescue the girls. But many say that without social media, the abduction of the girls wouldn't have had the same level of attention as it eventually did.
For the last 2 years, the militant group Boko Haram has held hundreds hostage, including over 200 schoolgirls abducted from a secondary school in Chibok. The outcry over what many saw as a lack of adequate response from the Nigerian government to rescue the girls led to a social media campaign that caught the attention of millions worldwide. U.S. Congresswoman Frederica Wilson speaking on the steps of the U.S. Capitol.
We're honoring or mourning or hoping for more than 200 girls, well, let's say 179 who we know of are still missing.
In the U.S., the Nigerian diaspora held vigils and walks to draw more attention to the plight of the girls. Omolola Adele also is the co-founder and the executive director of Act for Accountability. It's a Washington, D.C.-based African diaspora nonprofit organization. She's also one of the leaders of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign in the U.S.
None of the girls who escaped were actually rescued by the Nigerian security forces. So we know for clearly that a search and rescue mission has not been successful.
Omolola says that Nigeria's President Buhari has fallen short on an important campaign promise of committing more resources to finding the girls.
That is not acceptable. To say that you don't know where they are, what does that mean? Do we fold our hands and say, okay, that we're done?
In what has been described as a potential breakthrough in the rescue efforts, one of the Chibok girls was recently found at the edge of the Sambisa forest by a local vigilante group. The forest is a known stronghold of Boko Haram. On the next day, another girl was also found, but it turned out that she was not among those that had been abducted from Chibok. Nonetheless, the news gave hope to Omolola and many others who have been calling for more action from the Nigerian government. But perhaps what is more remarkable about the campaign to find the Chibok girls is the role played by social media in drawing the world's attention to the issue. Many believe that without social media, the plight of the girls would not have garnered international attention and solidarity. The hashtag #BringBackOurGirls rallied the global community, including the U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama.
If it wasn't for the use of the hashtag #BringBackOurGirls, if it wasn't for social media, I believe that the previous Nigerian government would have just acted like this never happened. And we would have totally forgotten about these girls, which is because this is not the first time. Boko Haram has existed since the early 2000s. And there have been abductions and killings prior to this incident. But the sheer magnitude and the numbers and the fact that it was girls or young women, I think that was a wake-up call of, wait a minute, this Boko Haram thing is no joke. And since then, we have seen Africans using social media as a way to keep getting their voices heard, because we know that oftentimes speaking in our countries, there's impunity.
Boko Haram has kidnapped hundreds of other individuals and killed an estimated 20,000 people during its 7-year insurgency. The Nigerian government says that its military is continuing its offensive to flush it out of their current stronghold in the Sambisa forest. Omolola and other Nigerians in the diaspora remain hopeful that the rest of the girls will be found alive and return to their families. For Voice of America, I'm Jackson Vunganyi.